They become worse. Oh, I just saw the corpse and it disappeared immediately. I see what you're up to. It just calculated the time that passed between being here last and now. Okay. Well, we have a few more to kill. So we're gonna do that. Get some golden gecko hides. After helping Smiley. Oh, let me bring up the actual perk that he taught us. Because it comes up here. Gecko skinning. You have the knowledge of how to skin geckos properly to get their hides. Lovely. Let's kill him. Don't even need a knife. There's other games where you need a knife to skin things. Don't even need one. Rip it off with my bare hands. Because that's how badass I am. Punch in the groin? No. I'm sorry, Sulik. I was on autopilot. Oh, dude. Oh, that wasn't even an accident. That was... From his perspective, it was on purpose. I was going for a high five. That's what happened. I'm sorry, Sulik. I punched you in the groin going for a high five. No idea how that works, but that's the excuse I'm gonna use. Sorry, man. It's usually the companions that hit me by accident. Now it was my turn, I guess. If you notice, we do heal up during fast travel as well. So, if there's no interruptions and time is passing, then you're going to heal some. I like having that as a benefit. Sulik be singing the battle song. Well, the battle's over. Save it for the next one. Golden gecko pelt. Nice. Once I start getting overburdened, I can make Sulik carry them. Is there actually a better, like, non-goo? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to give Sulik my other boots. Alright, take the other boots, bro. I need you for these fights. We're going through. I wonder if it's like an attribute that determines the boots wearing out. Travis Fletcher asks, what are your thoughts on the criticism that Fallout 2 has too many pop culture references and is too humorous at times? Well, I guess because Fallout 2 was my first Fallout game, like, I just considered that to be normal, like par for the course for the Fallout series. I did recognize when Fallout 1 was a lot more dark when I first decided to play it. But my go-to for a lot of Fallout references and, you know, recollections is Fallout 2. And it's chock full of pop culture references and jokes and fourth wall breaking and stuff like that. And it works for me. Otherwise I wouldn't consider it. I probably wouldn't consider it my favorite Fallout game. I can see why there are criticisms for it, I suppose, but because I have that attachment to it, I don't know if I'm a good opinion on whether or not it's too much, because it's just, I feel like it's kind of meshed in with to the experience for me, I suppose. I don't know if that really answers the question. I like pop culture references. They are funny sometimes. Sometimes I don't get them at all, but I still enjoy them. And the Wild Wasteland stuff, like, that's always been a thing. Like, in Fallout 1, there was a TARDIS encounter, you know, Doctor Who. So like Fallout 1 still had some goofy things as well. So I guess Fallout 2 just decided to turn that up to 11, and it works for me, I guess. Thank you for the question. Those of you who have played Fallout 2, do you think the humor and references were too much, or did you even catch them, or did it really not determine anything for you? Great question. Good questions happening. Grab that pelt. Let me talk to Sulik.
What you be needing?
Combat control. And the background changed too, by the way. Like, that's just a little extra something for the talking heads. We're in a cave, therefore there's a cave behind Sulik's talking head. Yeah, 69 HP. I gotta say, that's pretty nice. Want to talk about... Nope, not distance. Attack. Whomever is closest? I think that'll work. Let's do that. See what happens. Thanks, Sulik. Man, you're such a bro. Sulik the bro. And Caedo the doofus. Oh, crap. I didn't see the other one up here. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. How about some head punches? Golden Geckos critically hit the head for 11 hit points, tearing some of its slimy skin off. That's how I like it. Skin them while they're alive. Golden Gecko is critically hit in the head for 15 hit points. The damaging attack knocks him unconscious. So, generally, even though aiming for the groin is fantastic, sometimes you can't beat punching something right in the head. I hit Sulik again, man! He just said, you be needing some of the sacred herb, man. I'm sorry, Sulik. I swear I was aiming at the gecko. There we go. It's dead now. I swung on Sulik twice. He's a very forgiving friend, and I appreciate him for that. First punching him in the groin by accident, and then swinging on him and I miss. Oh, then I critically miss. This is a jinxed playthrough. I do want to do that sometime, by the way. Jinxed is one of the traits you can pick where everybody has the same crit penalty. So, like, everybody is failing, critically failing, constantly in combat, including you. And I really want to try that as a playthrough. Let me know if you're interested in something like that. And or a Logan's Loophole playthrough in Fallout New Vegas. I don't recall anybody really talking about how much fun or how their experience was with a Logan's Loophole playthrough, because it locks your level at 30, but it gives you some pretty cool benefits in the chemical side of things, and I want to try it. Ah. Oh my goodness. Getting down to that critical health again. Where's my nerd rage when I need it? Come on now. What are the traits that you like to pick when you start up a playthrough? There's only a few games to choose from, obviously, for this, because the primarily Bethesda developed Fallouts don't have. Is it still alive? No, it's dead. The Bethesda-related Fallouts, or Bethesda developed Fallouts, don't have traits, just perks. At least I think. Yeah. Because in the beginning of Fallout 3, you just choose your tag skills and your attributes when you're character building. I think we've killed all the geckos. I think we've killed the remaining ones. I think we can go now. Back to the hunting grounds. Maybe get an encounter along the way. Kind of lucked out with those encounters. Double check this corpse. Got that one. How many pelts do we have now? 6 golden gecko pelts. Oh, heck yeah, dude. This is the dried and cured hide of a golden gecko. I cured it. After I ripped it off of its body. I cured it immediately. I'm so good. So good at this. Don't even have to show doing it, because I just did it. It just happened. Like that. Talk about gamifying. That's okay. That's fine. I don't need the whole curing process. This ain't a survival game. This ain't Valheim. Speaking of survival games. You ever play survival games? You guys? I do like Valheim. I have enjoyed it quite a bit. Probably more than any other survival game I've played. Conan Exiles is up there for me. But Valheim came out in such a better state than Conan Exiles did. And Conan Exiles has its own jank in the control department that I'm just not a fan of still. Whereas Valheim, it just felt right. Just felt right. It's like a weird curse that survival games get, where they're always early access and they're always jank. But Valheim wasn't when it first came out. It wasn't a mess. I gave Ark a few minutes of my time until it had a severe lurching frame rate drop when it loaded in somebody's massive farm. And I was just like, wow, I can totally play at 5 frames not, and then quit. So Ark is also not really my thing. I don't think I'm really super into like dinosaur survival games. More into, I guess, more into fantasy survival. Yeah. I did spend a lot of time on Rust as well. There was a good bit of time that I spent with Kite on Rust. And while some of Rust was pretty fun, I have no idea what the game's status is like now. But I remember the end game involving just bullying players, and that definitely seemed like it made the community not super great, to be blunt. Because the game itself promotes bullying other people by destroying all the things that took them hours and hours and days of building and collecting and stuff like that. And that can be gone in an instant if you're just a little bit higher in the tech. I guess Conan Exiles kind of has a similar thing, but came with PvE servers where you specifically couldn't just go around murdering and destroying bases. So, yeah. Also, I know that the amount of time that I did spend in Valheim and the other survival games is that they are a weakness of mine. Like, if I start playing one and I like what it's presenting, I'm going to be playing it for several weeks, if not like a full month, because there's so much to do. And then if you add players that like playing it as well, like a clan or something, oh dude, I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna be in for a while. You wonder why you don't see Caedo playing Minecraft at all? Same deal. I would not do anything productive. The thing is, editing these episodes is like the easiest thing for me. One of the easiest things to do, because like all the voiceover and stuff like that, it's not scripted. Like that's the biggest hurdle I have when I create content is scripting, writing, that kind of thing. If I just take that out entirely, then all it takes is just time. And it's nice and easy going. I don't easiest thing to edit for me. Like if you need an overlay or a little zoom in or something like that, no big deal. No big deal. It's like a 50-50 versus me and the game. I am the content, the game is the content. While things like guides, oh man, those take a long time. Because it's not just writing either, it's writing as if I know what I'm talking about, which requires research. Finding out things aren't accurately reported on in the wiki, that's some of the worst too. Because strategy guides aren't really a thing anymore, it's really difficult to get like accurate information from the developers of said games, if I'm covering them in any shape or form. And that's for anybody else too. But Bethesda's in this unique position where they have modding tools where you can actually go into the game's files and find out things for yourself, which I did do with Fallout 4. Just for one particular thing, and it was the Grognak's outfit versus Ceto's outfit, and seeing if they had the same effect or how it was displayed was incorrect. And it turned out that they both had the exact same melee bonus value. I think they were just shown differently in the splash window where you're looking at the item. Weird stuff. But now that strategy guides are basically gone, it's hard to pioneer stuff, dude. In the Cyberpunk 2077 guide, which has been more popular than the Skyrim Ultimate Leveling Guide, by the way. When I did the... Did I grab the skin off of that? When I did the Cyberpunk Iconic Weapons Guide, in the strategy guide that came with Cyberpunk, because it was just old enough in development to where they, had a strategy guide written during development, there was a weapon in the strategy guide that wasn't in the game at launch. And I was like, well, while I'm doing this guide, I'm probably going to have to mention it, even if it's not in the game. And the crazy part was that it got added to the game in patch 1.3, like back into the game. Like it was just straight up missing. And it got re-added. Or added. I don't like that I had to attempt to predict that something was going to be in a game when I made a guide for it. But that's the day, that's the time we live in now. Games can come out buggy, they get updates, they get changes, and are not out as a complete and done product sometimes. And it's annoying. But thankfully, from what I hear, Cyberpunk 2077 is now in a better state. I like to call it Cyberjunk. But of course, I've put tons of hours into that game as well. Doesn't keep my attention as much as Fallout, though, as you can probably tell. Fallout's where my heart is. But sometimes I get that fatigue, as I was saying earlier. Much earlier, several episodes ago. Yeah, thanks, Sulik. I almost died. I could have died. Was that all of them? And did I get all their skins? I feel like I did. Are we seeing any movement? There's one more golden gecko down here. I'm double checking the bodies. Gonna go back into town, rest for the party to heal, and then we'll be good. Pip-Boy? Rest until party is healed. Up to my 50 HP! Let's go get this Goldie Gecko. It doesn't take long for those corpses to disappear. Not long at all. Come on, Goldie Gecko. Let's go. Let's fight. Look at me! There you go. Now you're on screen. Thanks. I'm gonna actually loop around a little bit in case Sulik does his little charging thing and pushes you off the map. That can happen. Something I failed to realize, or failed to notice. My accuracy's not super great so far against some enemies. At 102. I may have made a mistake by upping my outdoorsman skill this early. Special thanks to Wasteland Legends Sven and the rest of my patrons on screen now. You can catch future episodes of this playthrough on Wednesdays and Fridays, noon and 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm Caedo Genesis. May you wander the wasteland like you own it.